Stories, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, you join me here, Snow86, and we are back at Dunalka. So as you can see guys, we are flat out at the grass again. So we are getting a cut off it, which is fantastic. Might be one stage a little bit early, but we're not going to crib about too much, because what we're looking for realistically is we're not looking to make hay with everything. So with a bit of luck, this will be the way for us, and we will get a nice load of hay off this. And that way then we can really start to look into the power food for the cows, the TMR. That's probably one area we're lacking at the moment, because we don't really do much with them, so we just need to look after that. So we'll try our best. Obviously we won't have any straw. We could buy maybe straw bales, but because we're now doing hay, we also need to go looking for a tether and a windrower to complete our grass setup, and then once we do that, we'll also then have to probably look at buying a feed silo for the cattle. So it's going to be an expensive month. I don't think there's any real way around it. We've just been feeding them with the forks of the loader for now, and they're doing okay, but they're not producing anything. So we're okay on that count for a couple of months, I think. The big one we need to look after as well is our chickens have stopped producing as well. So that has all come from the addition of the maize mod. And while it's a nice mod, it is going to cause us a bit of grief when it comes to looking after animals, so we're going to have to step up the game on that, just to make sure we don't lose out anything on it. As it stands at the moment, we are losing a little bit, so we just need to up our game, guys, and get that running as best as it can. So that is the plan for now. But as I say, we're just flat out at the moment, going to get all this maize in, and hopefully, or maize, all this grass in, and hopefully we'll be laughing then after that, guys. So just going to have to make a second pass. We might have to turn on our rear wheel steering here. We're not turning tight enough. But you can see the yielding this time around is yielding a little bit better than the silage bale, so that's good as well. So we should end up with a nice chunk of hay from this, and hopefully we can fertilize everything, get everything ready to go again, and then for our third cut we'll probably split the fields and do half and half. The smaller field will probably be the hay, and the bigger field will be the silage, purely just down to the fact that I think we will need the silage going into winter, and if I can help it, I don't want to be buying it. So that is where we stand on that one, guys. But again, we have the JCB flat out, and I've just realised this JCB is deaf, and I think we put up about 5 hours. I think it had 18 on it, or it had 13 on it, and we put on about 5 now. So we are creeping up there in the hours of the JCB as well. We just got to keep an eye on that, because once we go to fit it, we're going to have to strike the shop and buy a IBC of deaf or something like that, maybe, just to get us through. We'll see, but so far it's not burning too bad, so we're okay with that. Just get into the next one here, and as I say, we're going to have to do a little bit of shopping and all that good stuff that comes with it. But for now, I think we'll crack on, guys. We have the 2 fields to mow again, and it'll become a recurring team now, and we will look to expand our grass operation at some stage if we can. So that's on the horizon as well. Obviously it's money permitting, but I think by the time we're set up more or less for animals, we'll probably be fairly tapped out in terms of our bank reserve. So once we get to that stage, we'll probably have to look at either taking out a loan or really upping our game to maximize our production. so that we're not running into any financial issues. Because yeah, by the time I think we buy the windrower, the tether and the feed wagon, we could be looking at the bones of 100,000. So that will deplete us a nice chunk. But hopefully this year's harvest will be a good one and the return will be nice. Obviously I think we still have crops to sell from last year as well, so we'll have to look into all that goodness. And now that we have the fast track and the bigger trailer, we're probably not under as much pressure for a truck and trailer either. So with a bit of luck we can hold off on that purchase for a while. Eventually I would like to get one, just because it'll make the farm that bit more efficient, and that's what it's all about, guys. Just making it as efficient as possible and seeing here on Dunalka, can we turn a few pounds, given the great start that we were given, but can we maintain it, or are we going to run this farm into debt? Only time will tell, guys, only time will tell. So we're going to crack on here with the grass, and we'll be back in a bit, probably for a little bit of tedding. Not sure if we'll get some windrowing in today. The grass will have to dry, it might take a day or two, but we'll definitely get a little bit of tedding in, and we'll see what other actions and activities we can find on the farm. I'll see you in a second. So guys, you join me, we are back, and as you may notice, we are tedding. So we picked this little bad boy up. Cost us a small fortune, I will not lie about that. I think it was the bones of 60 odd thousand. I think this has set us back. So as I say, the grass equipment is going to be a little bit on the saucy side. We still don't have a windrower, but as I say, we might be able to windrow this. I think this is after turning it to hay. So we'll give it a few hours, we'll windrow it, and we'll be straight out here baling hay then. I also thought while I was mowing away to myself that we do not have a shed to store our straw and hay in, so that's another issue that we're going to have to contend with. We might have to destroy some of our canola crop and place a shed down, but we'll see what we can get our hands on. But we will have hay bales here shortly to contend with, so we need to find an area to store them. And as I say, at the moment we have nothing to store them, or we've no place to store them, I should say. So that's definitely an area that we're going to have to work on, and we're just leaving a little bit there, but hopefully that will pick up as hay, I hope. But so far this new tether is working out a treat, guys. As I say, covering quite a lot of distance now. We don't quite have maybe the pace that we would like, and like that I think it's left a few bits here and there, but we'll get them in different passes and turns and all that good stuff. But so far it is working like a glove. So you can see we've literally only just started. We've done a couple of headland passes just as we were setting ourselves up, but we are in here now and we are tedding like mad. So it's a good little setup. I am liking it. So we'll jump back in cab here. It's a little bit quieter in cab, which is nice. So guys, we are making flying progress on this map. We really are. So long may that last. Now, as I say, things will slow down a bit for us until we get our animals back in the right ranges, and yeah, so we just start making a little bit of money off our crops and stuff. So as it stands right now, I think we are, I won't say we're broke, but we're getting pretty close to being out of money. So we need to leave a little bit in the balance just for day-to-day running of the farm and seed and stuff like that. Fertilizer costs. Hopefully that new stone production we lay down will reduce some of our day-to-day running costs, with definitely the likes of lime and stuff like that. I would be hoping 90% of that will get covered. That is the plan anyway in my head. So I'm hoping we don't really have to buy a whole pile of lime going forward. But yeah, it's all in the air at the moment. We'll see how we're getting on. But for now, we're just going to keep pressing on here with the tedding. And we'll see how we're going. We might even do a small drop of spraying. We do have to spray some nitrogen on our soybeans we already planted last time out. So that's an area that we need to keep an eye on as well, guys. So lots going on. It's a busy time of the year on the farm. We go from kind of being quite slack there in December right through to March to now all of a sudden we're just busy and we don't really have much time to think. So we've got lots of little jobs going on, so we got to get them all done. So the tether will probably stay on the JCB, and it probably will be a case of we'll break out the T-dub for the spraying. So it's good to see we're still using it. I thought with having 3 tractors on the farm we would be a little bit overkill, but we see, well, the big case hasn't done a whole pile. But I think come November we probably will break it out and plough up a few areas here around our grass just to increase the area. I think that would be a wise move on our behalf, definitely anyway. So we'll probably look at doing that. This hill here that we're coming up to, I think we can finally kind of farm it. So I think we're going to do our best to get it ploughed up and get a crop of grass in there, because I don't think there's much point trying to send the harvester over there, but we could definitely cut grass off it, I think. And it's only a small area, but between that and the area in front of our grandfather's house, we have enough areas there that we could just increase our yield maybe by 2 to 3 bales. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it might be just enough that we could cover ourselves through the winter, and even if we're left over with stuff, we could possibly even sell it. We just have to see how we're going, but we definitely need to increase our grass area at some stage. Well, we're okay for now, but once the animals start reproducing and our cattle count gets up there, it could get a little bit touchy with the levels of grass that we currently have and what we can produce. Now that strip there, I didn't have the front mower conditioner engaged. I thought I did, but I didn't. So I have a little strip there of unconditioned grass, where everything we are tedding at the moment is already conditioned. So it kind of knocks a stage of dryness out of it, which is fantastic for us. Especially if we're under pressure with the weather and stuff, we can just drive into it and just keep going and get it done. So we'll knock off the JCB's auto steer here, because I don't think we need it much longer. And that is us done, guys. Hopefully we don't hit the crop too much, so we're just going to leave it folded out for now. We have another little section just to hit here on the other side of our grandfather's house. So once we get that wiped out, guys, we will then be flying on grass. So we're going to crack on, get it done, and as I say, we'll see. We do have a bit of spraying to do, and we'll probably have to go shopping again at our local dealers for a windrower. So we've all that exciting stuff to look forward to. We're just coming along this pass. How are we passing? Ooh, just catching some of the bushes there. That's not good. That is not good. So we're just going to re-engage ourselves, and we're just going to drop into it, and we're tedding away, guys. So we're going to continue on, finish up this little bit, and yeah, we'll be back here with something pretty soon. 82, and that will have us finished and wrapped up here on the soybean count for the year. We've 2 fields planted, so taking a chance that we can create a little bit of money from all that, and all going to plan then, guys. We were struggling badly there for a few horses meetings, so we'll drop to the medium gear. And now you can hear the old tractor purr. She's now singing and dancing. So we'll just adjust our cruise control so we're not flat out. We grab Fort and see, does it like Fort? It does, it'll do 15, perfect. Yeah, as I say, we're literally on our last couple of passes and my voice is starting to go, so we probably will be calling it after this, guys. As I say, not quite ready to go spraying our soybeans yet, but we will be soon. They will be ready and we'll swap over the T-dub here, get it onto the narrow tires, and we'll be ready for spraying when that happens. But we've been speaking to our dealer, so all going well, we will have a tether. So they have a new one in stock, so we're just looking into it. We probably will do it. I hope this was the pass I was meant to be on. I think it is. It's hard to tell the textures from the stone picking to the seeded, but I think we're on the right one, guys. So what's very interesting is you can see a darker pass where I've gone on the left hand side there. So interesting to see that it looks like the soil had dried or something. It was definitely a noticeable patch to where I've just started again after where we left off. So interesting. But we'll crack on here, guys. As I say, we're going to get to the end of this one, and it's a case and head straight back to the farm. Hopefully by that stage we'll have probably signed the deal on a windrower, and we'll have that, and we'll be able to collect our hay in the next one. And that is the plan in my little head, but as always, plans don't always work out, guys, but we'll see how we're going. So for now, guys, I think we'll call it here. I've been Snowman86, this has been Dunalka, and as always, guys, thanks very much for watching. And if you do like what you see, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a big old thumbs up. It means a lot. And until next time, guys, we'll see you all again. Take care.